Hello everyone, thank you for joining this morning to this webinar. Just to double check the audio, please let us know if you can hear us loud and clear. In the right side of your screen, there is the questions panel. If you can use this panel to send us all the questions throughout the webinar. And just to begin, if you can hear us loud and clear, please. Lovely, can you hear us?
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute, but yes, everything sounds clear.
No problem, Lovely. Good morning, Lovely. How are you?
We're doing great. How about you guys?
Excellent. We are doing awesome this morning. Lovely, we are going to wait a couple of minutes for everyone to join in. And to all our clients, we will be starting this webinar in about just 2 or 3 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful.
Just a quick reminder, this webinar will be recorded and sent to your email after this webinar. Hello everyone, and welcome to our webinar by Suprema Aerospace. Lori from Suprema is here with us. He's going to present the webinars today. Please send us all your questions during the webinar. Lori, we are ready.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having us, guys. We are Suprema, and my name is Lovery Lowest. So we are in charge of some of these contents. So you can, well, after everything we do and say in this presentation, you can hit us with any inquiry you may have. For us, it's a pleasure, it's a privilege to be here. So thank you so much for sparing some of your time, a few minutes, and staying with us at this time. We'll go ahead and start the presentation, okay? Aerospace, the first thing that we can mention here is that MoCA system is part, or is just like a child company from Suprema. And this time we are handling 3 specific fields with MoCA system. The first one is aerospace, which is going to be the presentation that we are going to have today. Okay. The second one is MoCA key. You probably wonder what does mean these characters in Korean. So it's basically, like I said, it means mocha key. Okay, so this is the residential access for Korean apartments. And one thing that I can mention about this specific branch or field of Mocha system is that we are going to have this product lineup available very soon for you. And this specific is about lockings for residential usings that of course can be applied to enterprise level as well. Okay, and what we know already, it is the Suprema Mobile Access, which is the mobile access technology that we handle at Suprema for access control and time and attendance. Okay, and the three of them are AirFob engine. Okay, so this is powered by AirFob engine. Let's go ahead. Okay, what do we have here? The first thing that we can mention in this slide is a Suprema Mobile Access is very much what you know about us. If you have had any experience with Suprema before, then you know what we're talking about here. That is pretty much to add the part of mobile credential to the traditional access control powered by Suprema. Biometrics, RFID, and in the case of biometrics, talking about fingerprint and also about facial recognition, right? But in the case of AirFoSpace, the first one that we can see here on the screen, it is a truly 100% cloud-based access control, okay? This is specifically for this kind of new co-working spaces, hybrid offices, and some other like social clubs and so on. Okay, so this paradigm of 100% cloud-based access control is specifically for this kind of customers. That if you would like to apply this kind of access control system or paradigm to your own existing access control traditional customer, of course you can. Okay, but probably you need to analyze whether this is an advantage for them or not. So we leave these analysis up to you. So we will explain in further detail what do we mean by this, and afterwards you can take the decision. Okay, so what we are handling as today with this new system with AirFoSpace, we have over 9,000, almost 10,000 sites deployed or implemented with these 100% based, cloud-based access control service or architecture. Okay, we have over 160,000 users already using this platform, and everything is 100% AirFob. To say 100% AirFob, that means that we are doing everything in-house. We are not using a third-party source code here. We are not making the interrelation between any other thing that will not be AirFob. Okay, so this is a trusting space for you. And why do I mention this? Because when we are handling some components from other type of architectures, we also inherit the vulnerabilities from those architectures. But when you are handling 100% AirFob with the AirFob engine, you can trust that everything will be secure. Okay, this offers you the simplest setup that you can have. Okay, there is no complication here. Also, this allows you to manage your system from anywhere in the world in a very simple manner as well. When you are having a traditional access control service, you have to install first the access control panels. Also, you have to install a server for administration in your own premises, besides all the cabling and physical installation. So what we offer here is the simplicity of a system that will require at most 2 cables, One of them, the electrical alimentation, the electrical source, and the other, the network source. But if you're powering a power over Ethernet device, then you only need one cable, and that's it. Okay, so that is why F of space means simplification for you. Okay, the solutions in the cloud, it doesn't matter. It can be also a private cloud, or it can be on premises as well. If you like to have this deployed on your own premises, then you can have it as well. Okay, we offer you here the possibility of you choosing what to do and when to do it. Okay, without compromising the encryption and the security. Okay, one of the things that we can mention here with that are certifications of security, ISO certifications, and furthermore, it is that this system is forgery proof. That means that an attacker cannot forge credentials to falsely get authorized into your system. Okay, this allows you to consolidate the access. It doesn't matter which type of site will you be working with. It can be a residential site, it can be a work site, and any other kind of site, okay? And the most important thing here is that you can buy the credentials and you pay as you go, okay? You don't need to anticipate more things if you are not using them, okay? That's very important because for the traditional access control services, you need to pay before, okay? But in here, you actually pay afterwards you use. Okay, so this is very convenient for you. Okay, and let me repeat once again, this is everything powered by the FF engine. So you can trust you will have the best here. Okay, so what we allow you to do here, pretty much everything you want to do. So the physical access control for you, the kind of convenience that you need, okay? So here you can use the FO space, which is, once again, I repeat, the 100% cloud-based access control system. This allows you to use as you want, anywhere you want, without any limit on the scale or the type of site that you may want to have, and also allows you to connect with the kind of apps that lets you have the freedom to manage your site and the premises in where the devices will be installed in the way that you may want to do it. Okay, convenience before anything else, and security along with a convenience. As we previously said, this allows you to grow without any limits. Okay, you can add doors and users without any expensive wiring, without applying door controllers in one side and then going to install peripherals and then installing the readers. For our side, the reader is the same controller, and as I mentioned just a couple of minutes ago, you only need one cable. For example, the power over Ethernet cable, which you will have the electrical source and also the internet source from one only thing, and that's it. That's the only thing that you need to install, okay? And this also takes away the limits for memory and uses for the hardware, okay? This also allows you to have a very low maintenance because you have nearly nothing to be investing on maintenance. But of course, if you want to have your system on point, then okay, you can expend some time and some resources on maintenance, but that is very low and will be very low. And at the end of the day, this allows you to have a efficient operation, not only in time, but also in the financial resources. And you know that less you spend is more earnings for you and the company and also your end customer. So all of these are advantages, right? If we come to this slide and we try to make a comparison between the traditional access control powered by a access control panel and all the peripherals needed here, you will see that the first thing is that you need local services against having a 100% cloud powered system that you need no footprint in your sites or in your premises, on your premises. Okay, so this lets you to consolidate your back office. That's the first thing that we can mention. The second thing here is that you need to pay upfront licenses, okay? And if you are not managing any solution based or powered by Suprema, you will need to pay very expensive licenses, okay? If you're handling the access control powered by Suprema, of course you will need to pay licenses, but not very expensive. That's very affordable prices in the case of Suprema. But if you are handling another kind of access control platform, we can tell that the prices are very expensive. So that's the other thing that is against the paradigms of space, specifically speaking. And why? Because here you pay as you go, you pay as you need, and you do not need to pay up front. You pay after you use. Okay, so that's very convenient for you, as we previously said as well. Okay, here, as we mentioned, the traditional access control platform needs a lot of cabling, more if you're using access control panels and then the peripherals for the door controllers, and after that to cabling up to the readers. So it's a lot of cabling here. And when you get any error, when you get anything that is not working as expected, then you will have to spend a lot of time just auditing, just trying to see where the error is coming from. But in the case of FO Space, you need pretty much nothing, just a simple cable, and that's it. Okay, so even if you get any eventuality with the system, it will be very easy to find and of course to fix. Okay, so you need to add in a traditional access control service or access control platform, you need to add a lot of controllers. But in the case of Space, as we have mentioned already, the reader is the same controller. So you have a pack of functionality is in just one very small device that is able to do a lot of cool things, okay? And of course, as I mentioned before too, when you are not working with any Suprema solution, you will find that even the hardware is very overpriced. But in the case of FO Space, all the upgrades that you will need to apply to the system is very affordable. So of course that all of these are advantages, as I previously mentioned too. Okay, so as we said here in a very funny way, we hate the wires and you should do, okay? And why? Because, you know, having a lot of wiring is adding complexity. And as we previously said, in the case of AirFob Space, that's not needed. And that is the most useful thing, and that's the most important thing. It's not needed, okay? So we offer you an optimization here so that you can be on top to the edge of the technology, and you will have the best with the less, okay? You like that, right? Let's get to the next. Everything started in our history with AirFob Patch. Okay, and why? Because these very small components allow you to convert a very common, traditional, and even dumb reader to a smart reader and with the capabilities of mobile credentials. And these devices earned for us a prize for the best device. Actually, it was, if I'm not mistaken, in 2020 that gave us this prize. Okay, but the most specific thing here is that we handle this with MIFA with 13.56 megahertz readers. Okay, MIFA to be specific. The next one is we have here the possibility to enhancing the existing business models and also, of course, powering new ones. So if you have offices of co-workings here, if you have gyms, as I also said, if you have social class, modern and hybrid offices as well, all these kind of spaces can be just a hit for these specific topology and system, okay, this platform. And why? Because in the case of co-working spaces, in 1 month, you can have 1,000 users. And the other month, the next month to that, you can have just 500 users. So you don't need to spend the same amount of money in 1 month regarding to the other. So that's the thing that is very nice in here. You can use only as you need to use, and you will not spend more than that. Okay, so at the end of the day, as we previously mentioned, this allows you to save money, and everyone likes that one. Okay, so yeah, this is what we have here for you. This also allows you to pick the credentials that are right for you. So if you want to keep using the traditional RFID card, then you can use that. But if you want to use the mobile credential as well, then also you can make a use of that. So this is very useful and convenient. Once again, I repeat for you, okay? What can you do with that? You can issue in a very easy way, revoke and manage the period of validities for the card. It doesn't matter what kind of card it is. It's of course very cost effective, okay? You can give your cards or extend or issue mobile cards to your visitors, members, vendors, contractors as well, and you will have no complication there. Okay. And even though you can give a smart card of a mobile card to a visitor, which you may need nearly nothing from, that doesn't mean that you will have a security breach. And why? Because you can control the access of that person in a very granular way. So you decide where that person can access to, and right after the person doesn't need to have access, then the access will be forbidden. And it doesn't matter whether the user, the visitor, keeps the card in their phone or not. That doesn't really matter because the access will be forbidden and that card cannot be copied either. Okay, so just in a few slides from here, I will mention more about the security that we are using there. But that is the most specific thing and important thing that we can say here. The security it will never be compromised. Okay. Let's go to the next one. How the system looks like. Here in the screen you can see the user interface is very fresh. You will have access to see the name of the person, the type of credential that they have, and also the validity and the status for that user, whether it is active, is inactive, or is revoked, or it is expired as well. The user group that you have gave access to and the access level as well that you have given access to them, okay? So this allows you to have a consolidated control or centralized control for them, okay? You can manage them from even your sofa, okay? So that convenience, that level of convenience is uncomparable. And that doesn't mean that you have just low kind of options or features to manage. No, everything is fully featured, okay? You can issue, revoke credentials, get detailed users, get insights as well from all the usage in your platform. You can track the time and attendance as well from the system, from any of the users that they will be using the platform. And also you can remotely open doors and access points. Okay, so that is actually nice. So how can you know, or how can you have just a short insight of what you've been seeing from the platform, and just to including some screenshots, as you say, as you see in the screen, sorry, as you see in this screen, okay? This will be the type of dashboard that you will be seeing. Also, if you will be scheduling, then you can just drag and drop the type of a schedule, configure the day of the week, and also put some observations there. Okay, if you can, or if you want to update all your readers, you can do that in just 3 clicks. That pretty much is selecting the menu, selecting all the readers, and give a click to update, and that will be it. And that will be sending the update to all the readers that are connected in that specific moment. And for the readers that can be offline at the time, when the reader come online again, it will automatically get the update as well. So the level of convenience, the centralization and managing capabilities of the system is awesome, actually. Okay, so you can also keep on top of the new features and options with the add of these updating manners and tasks that you can set up from the portal, and also lets you create and manage users in a bulk, okay, at just one time. And that is powered by AirFob Pro, okay? Let's go to the next one. This is the app that you will be seeing, and the most important thing that we can mention here is that if you happen to have one simple app, that app can include the credentials for many sites, not just one site. So here, you can sell this solution to gym, for example. You can sell the solution to a co-working or some other kind of, I don't know, just a social platform, for example. And you can use the same app with different credentials, and the data will not get mixed between them. Okay, so it very much means that every card, every mobile card that you have here is an isolated environment with a specific set of credentials and access rights for each of the mobile sites that you will be having here. Before and or besides that, the app is free. Okay, so you can give that and you can get that to your employees, and everything will be secure. You will be able to customize everything from there, and also we provide the SDKs for Android and iOS, and you can integrate that to your own app or site as well. You can get the app from the App Store or even from Google Play, and everything is right there at the top of your fingers, okay? Besides that, probably you remember that I just said about the customization of the cards, and that's a central point. That's a very awesome thing that we can offer you here, the possibility of customizing everything that you have in your cards, from putting your face and your name, configuring the language as well, and also promote your brand in there. You can just customize everything from there, okay? So that's very awesome, and that is probably one of the strongest points of this platform, the AirFob platform, okay? And if you are the IT personnel here, or the responsible for the managing and the security, that is also a hit for you. And why? Because you will be having the AirFob Pro mobile app, and from there you will be able to manage very much everything. Okay, you will get the alerts, the important alerts from either if the door got forced open or held open, you will get the alerts right away. So will allow you to have the monitoring in real time, and also the capability of registering and managing your devices, okay? And also enrolling and managing, of course, users. So this from a very simple app, and the screenshot you can see in the screen. You will be able to just tap on any of these devices and the device information will be displayed on your screen. And from there, you will be able to update firmware, to reboot the device and to make a factory reset and serve others managing functionalities from the same thing, okay? If you want to compare the access topology that we offer you here with the 100% cloud-based architecture, this is what you will have, okay? This is very simple. You have the cloud portal, the internet connection, the device that you will be having installing in the facilities, and only configured probably with one single cable, which is the power over Ethernet cable from which the device will be receiving or drawing the power and also the internet signal, and only the connections from the river to the door, and that's it, okay? And with the aid of the mobile credential in your phone, or also the plastic card, if you may want to use a simple RFID card, you will be able to control the system. That's a very simple thing. And in comparison with that, if you will be handling a normal traditional access control system, you will be having the need to configure the AirFob, the access control panel, the peripherals for that platform, the long cabling, and also the server, the on-premises services, and the software as well. So it's a very much complex architecture compared with the AirFob space architecture, okay? So let's go next to the next slide. And this is very nice because we give you the ability to use our readers with your brand, okay? So you can customize what is the branding of the devices, and this is having a very nice level of customization for the devices that you will be handling in your premises, okay, or your location. And what are those devices? The first one that we can mention here is the AirFob Edge Reader Ultimate, okay? What do we have here as a technical capabilities or specifications? What you see in the table in the screen, right? So we can see here that we handle the MIFARE technology, MIFARE Plus, there's Fire, IV1, and Felica as well, EV1, sorry, and Felica. The processor, the memory, and also the mobile card protocol that you can use, NFC or VLE, and the IP rating. That means that this device is for outdoors, and the next model is for indoors. Both of them are IK ratings, so they have protection against vandalism. And the Ethernet connection is fast Ethernet. And in the previous webinar, we explained that sometimes some customers come to us and ask us why we do not have a gigabit Ethernet reader. And the simple answer is because we don't need it. And why we do not need it? Because we have enough power of processing and the best algorithms that we can get in the market for authentication running locally in the device. So the terms of data, the payload that we need to transfer over the internet is very small. We do not have also like a very long payload of managing instructions either. So either from one side to the other, the bidirectional controls that we can apply from device to the managing interface in the cloud and on the cloud are very small. So we do not need to have gigabit Ethernet here. And when we suppress the need of using gigabit Ethernet, we also have the ability to decrease the price. So that's why we say that we can offer you a very affordable device without compromising the performance, without compromising the reliability of the devices. So this is one of the best things that we can mention about our readers, okay? So that is why we emphasize here that we have only fast Ethernet devices, and just to repeat once again, because we don't need more, okay? So the other manufacturers also put these other things, these other features in the devices just to overprice what they sell. In the contrast, Suprema and AirFob Space, we don't need to do that. We have enough quality. We don't need to overprice the devices, okay? Just to have that in mind. What do we offer for you as the devices, inputs and outputs? We have the configuration for the OSDP RS485 protocol, and we also offer the vegan interface and TTLs. We have 2 channels for input, and for the relay, we have 1 relay in these devices. It doesn't matter if it's the Edge Reader Ultimate or the Edge Reader only. We have 1 relay, and every Edge Reader Ultimate we offer you the power of Ethernet, and we also have this couple of functionalities that you can see here. Among them, the power is only 12 volts, okay? And the certifications for the hardware are, as you can see in the bottom of your screen, okay? Let us continue here with the AirFob patch. And the AirFob patch, as we previously said, it is from everything started, from where everything started. And why? Because the AirFob patch was the first device that the AirFob space or the AirFob engine incorporated or worked with. And this is a energy harvesting device which allows you to utilize common readers with no mobile access capabilities and just include that kind of access to them. So making them able to work with the mobile credentials, okay? So what do we work with here with IP rating, IP67, and all the other capabilities as you see here. This is probably the most interesting one. We do not need to put a battery or a energy source here because the power is energy harvesting from the electromagnetic field that it is emitted by the device, okay? The RFID device. And the AirFob tag, which is very much the same as the AirFob patch, with the difference that the AirFob tag has a battery. Why? Because these kind of locks that are probably using hotels and this kind of environments, they are also powered by battery. They also are energy harvesting devices. So because of that, we include this battery in the AirFob tag, and this allows you to make a smart, one simple lock in the door, okay? So this is also very nice and cool feature and device that we can add to our platform. And also here we can include the Suprema X Station 2. You can have this device in your platform or in your site, and this will allow you to include TNA functions along with the AirFob Space functions in your site. Okay, so this is very nice to including, as we said, the in and out event logs, and displays also the username when you clock in, when you punch out, and also customize the function keys, okay? Of course, that this is very much the first release for this device, and the support that we are going to introduce here is going to be greater in upcoming releases. Along with what we have mentioned here, we can also manage the OM120, which is an elevator control peripheral that you can connect via OSDP to any of the edge readers. And from there, you will be able to manage elevators or lifts as well as you do with a normal door, okay? The secure input output module is also for giving you extra security in the managing of any door. So you have access to all of this. And well, how do we do the pricing? How do we do the managing here? One of the first things that we can mention, probably the most important thing here, is that you will be needing to pay a base fee of 5 credits per month. This gives you or includes you the ability to have 5 readers and 500 users per each month, okay? For any other extra reader, you will need to pay 1 extra credit, and let's say that you have 10 readers in your site, you will be needing to pay 10 credits per month. And within those 10 readers, you can have up to 500 users. And if you need to have more users, then you only need to pay 1 more credit per each 100 users more that you can introduce. And that's cool, right? Because when you compare this solution with other solutions in the market, you will be seeing that most of them you have to pay per each extra user. But here, for each 100 users, you will be needing to pay only 1 more credit, okay? So this is actually very nice, and this is very affordable if you compare this schema of pricing with probably some other manufacturers in the market. Let us continue. What do we offer you here? First of all, you will be having the ISO certificate, the ISO 27001, okay? All the features that are included in that certification are available here. Among them, what we can mention first is the portal access and data protection. We are using the Amazon RDS, which is also, as you know, a highly secure system for the encrypted instances of databases handling the AES 256 algorithm, okay, encryption algorithm and data protection as well. Between that, you can see that we have the security between the portal and the app or the client app. And what do we have here? A token-based authentication. When we say that we have HTTPS protocol, we say that we are having SSL by TLS 1.2, and we are working towards the implementation of TLS 1.3. So what you have here is the assurance that you will have the transferring of the data between the app and the portal in a very secure way, okay? Besides that, you are seeing here that we are giving you the protection from site to site, from point to point, from edge to edge. We start by the database itself, so the data, once it is stored in our premises or in the cloud premises of the AirFob Space site, in the AirFob Space cloud, you can have the assurance that you have protected your data in the database, that the data, when it is transferred between the portal and between the app and client app, also will be protected, or the transferring that data will be protected. But what happens when it comes to the app itself? Is it the data containing the app also secured? And the answer is yes. What we are handling here is a keychain, a key store data protection, of course, with this kind of protection as you see on the screen, okay? So all the sensitive data will be protected in the app, as well. So even as we said before, if you have a credential sent to a visitor from where or from whom you know nearly nothing, and happens that that visitor, it is a hacker as well, even if he has access to the card, the data in his own device, that means that he will have no access to any sensitive data because the data is encrypted also inside of the app, right? Next step, what happens between the device and the mobile access? That access is also protected by one-time passcode, right? So this means that the handshake generated between the mobile device and the AirFob device will produce a different handshake every time. So even if someone is eavesdropping on that communication and gets one of those handshakes, it doesn't really matter because it is only usable for one time. Okay, so even in man-in-the-middle attacks, those things are not useful here. Okay, so we offer you the protection. So at the end of the day, also, if you want to prevent the forgery of mobile cards, that is also implemented in this system as a PKI-based digital signature protection. Okay, so what we can say again here is it doesn't matter which kind of analysis we are performing from pen tests to this architecture, you will have full security from each side, okay, from edge to edge of all the elements that you are using in the platform. And this is mentioned for your security assurance that you can trust in this platform, okay? Let's continue. Here lets you connect with your own app and thousands of others. And why? Oftentimes we mention that the strengths of Suprema is the openness that we have for integration to other platforms, securely integration to other platforms. So we offer you here without distinction the API and the SDKs so that you can make your own integration and implementation with your own system as well. It doesn't matter if that system is a time and attendance, payroll, workplace, hospitality management, meeting rooms, other types of utilization spaces, payments, or any others, okay? Or memberships platforms as well. We give you the ability to integrate with any of them. So here, what we can mention is that we have some of the customers that have already trust in us, and these are some of them: Hyundai, Kia Motors, Fast Five Co-working, Kakao, that's one of the biggest companies in Korea. And at the end of the day, what we have here is the ability to offer you anything that you may want to use. All right, so may have you an inquire of questions. You can hit us now. We have some more minutes reminding. And also, if you want to contact us for any further questions, you can write to our email, the which one you see in the screen, latam@supremainc.com. Okay. And of course, the sales specific prices and quotations will be handled by Epcom, right? So, guys, I return the control to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lorraine. We are going to wait if someone has some question. So we have a couple of minutes more. So let's wait to see if someone have a question. Well, Ori, thank you for sharing this valuable information about Suprema. Thank you everyone for your time this morning. Let us know about your next project. We have our support team at Epcom and Suprema ready to help you. Laurie, thank you so much for your time and your help.
Thank you guys for having us. It's again a pleasure for us to be here with you. And as you just said, Suprema can be an awesome partner for you. So please trust. And if you are working with us, please continue doing so. And anything that you may want to ask us afterwards, you can do it. And also through this distribution channel, official distribution channel that we have with Epcom. Thank you.
Excellent, Laurie. Well, please keep checking our website and social media for more information on our weekly webinars. And thanks again for your time this morning and have a great day. See you later.
God bless you. Bye-bye.